Carrots are already a pretty darn sweet vegetable. Today, I'm going to show you how to make them even sweeter, literally and figuratively, with my recipe for glazed carrots. Let's get cooking. Hello and welcome to I Wanna Cook. My name is Chef Matt and this channel is all about helping you be a better cook. And yes, today we are making glazed carrots. So what puts the glaze in glazed carrots? Well, it's a really simple mixture of sugar and some butter in a liquid, and that's pretty much it with some seasoning. Now this recipe is really quick and it's really easy, and essentially it's like pan steaming taken up a notch. And just in case you don't know what pan steaming is, I did a whole video on it, but as a quick recap, pan steaming is essentially just cooking vegetables in a little bit of liquid in, you guessed it, a pan like this with a lid. And what happens is as it cooks, the steam condenses on the lid, it falls back onto the vegetables, and it enhances the flavor. Well, with glazing, we're just gonna take it up a notch because when you pan steam something, you also get a really great sauce out of it. Well, we're gonna turn that sauce into a glaze with a little bit of sugar and some butter, and it is just gonna be fantastic. This makes a really great side dish. So here's how to put it all together. I'm using about 6 or 7 carrots for this recipe. We'll say about a pound or so. You can use more or less depending on your needs. And the first thing we're gonna do is peel and cut our carrots. One of my first memories in the kitchen is actually as a kid peeling vegetables to help my mom. So, peeling vegetables is a great way to get your family involved with kind of cooking, especially, if you have a kid who might be interested in cooking or you maybe want to get them interested, well, give them a peeler and a carrot. After you've peeled your carrots, now we will cut them, and you don't have to worry about exact cuts. What you basically just want is for the pieces to be roughly the same size. So I'm just kind of cutting them in rounds like this, and then when I get to the end of the carrot, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to cut it lengthwise and then right down the middle, and that will give roughly even-sized pieces of carrot. When you're cooking, it's important to have things in roughly the same size because that means that you'll have everything cook in about the same time. You won't have a piece that is too soft and another that is, well, just not done enough. Believe it or not, that might have been the hardest part of this whole thing, was just prepping the vegetables. From here, all we need to do is get our liquid simmering. Now you can use a water for this, but if you have stock, I recommend it because it's more flavorful. You can use vegetable stock or you can use chicken stock. Now I'm gonna use about 3/4 of a cup of water here. Now, shame on me for not having any chicken stock on hand because I usually do, but I'm gonna remedy that in just a kind of a quick fix way. I'm going to use a little bit of this granulated bouillon, and that's just a chicken seasoning, so that's just going to add more flavor. So we're just going to pour this in. Again, this is just, we got these neat little packets of bouillon. Usually they come in cubes. I've never seen them in a packet like that, so that's really convenient. So we're just going to stir this up and bring this to a simmer. And just like that, we are at the simmer. I should note that I'm cooking this over about medium heat here. So our liquid is simmering. It actually smells really good right now. And we're just gonna dump our carrots right into this pan. So give these a quick stir here. Okay, and now come the 2 ingredients that are really gonna make this shine. We're going to add some butter here. I'm gonna use about, well, a pretty good amount here. I'm gonna use about 2 tablespoons. You can use more or less depending on your preferences. And then I am using brown sugar for this. You can also use white sugar if you want. You could use honey, just whatever you have on hand. I like brown sugar, and I'm gonna use, well, let's say about another 2 tablespoons of this sugar. And then finally, a little bit of pepper. I'm using white pepper for this, and I did a whole video on white pepper versus black pepper. The differences, I like using white here. It's a little milder, and also you don't have those black flakes. So we're just going to give this a stir, put a lid on, and we're gonna let this pan steam for about 5 to 10 minutes. You can take the lid off after about 5 minutes, give one of these a taste, cook it to your preference. If you like your carrots on the crunchier side, that's all you need. If you like them softer, cook a little bit longer. But I'm gonna let this cook for about, let's say 5 or 10 minutes, and I'll show you what it looks like and the final steps to bring this all together. These carrots have been cooking for about 7 minutes now. I like my carrots a little bit on the firmer side. So here's what they look like. And I wish you could smell this. It is absolutely so fragrant in here. Now you can tell there's still quite a bit of liquid in here, and that is okay, because what we're gonna do is we're going to reduce this. And when you reduce a liquid, that's when the magic happens, because you are literally reducing it and you are concentrating the flavor. But first, let's take a bite of these carrots. Let's kind of see how they're doing taste and texture wise. And of course, they're gonna be hot. So as your mama said, blow on it first. Definitely getting there. Now these will need a little bit of salt, and you'll notice that I didn't salt these at first. That's because chicken stock generally has quite a bit of sodium in it, but these actually need a little bit more. So we're just going to adjust the seasoning here. Now, here's where even more magic happens. You can have as much or as little sauce as you want, but a real glazed carrot doesn't have much sauce on it. So what I want you to do is just cook this for a few more minutes, and we want most of this liquid to disappear. And what that's gonna do is have just a wonderful glaze on these carrots. So we're just gonna cook these uncovered for a few more minutes, and we're just gonna let this liquid dissipate. You are now reducing a sauce, and you are making true glazed carrots. I can't wait for you to try these, and well, frankly, I can't wait to eat these. It's been just a couple more minutes. I have killed the heat, and look at this. See, this liquid has pretty much all evaporated. It is concentrated. We now have these beautiful glazed carrots, and this all came together in just a matter of minutes. So what I like to do is just put them in a nice dish here. Just put them right on in here. There's still a little bit of that sauce, as you can see, but not much. These carrots are just nice and glazed. And just as a final flourish, what you can do is chop up some parsley. I just had some fresh bunch of parsley that I chopped up. You could also use dried parsley. And we are just going to sprinkle this over the top. This is gonna add a nice pop of flavor and color. And boom, you have just made wonderful glazed carrots. I tell you, if you think your kids don't like eating vegetables, serve them some of this. Soft, yet still firm, buttery, sweet, amazing glazed carrots. And that is how to make glazed carrots in minutes. And in case you're wondering, yeah, you can make other glazed vegetables with this, but carrots are kind of the classic. And because they're naturally sweet, it just lends itself so well to that sugar and butter sauce. I hope you try this recipe. Let me know what you think if you do. As always, thanks for watching. Thank you for subscribing. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Welcome to my kitchen. I am so glad that you're here. Until next time, I hope that you want to cook.